Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is the Haves and the Have-Nots Season 6, Episode 20, and the name of this episode is Smitten. Let me just jump right in. The episode picks up where it left off after David did a serious TKO on Veronica's ass. Veronica flew across the room. So it picks up where that left off. We see that RK gets up in David's face, is like, dude, what the hell is your problem? And all this other shit. And you know him and RK going back and forth, and David's, and like he tells David he needs to get the hell out of here. And David says, you gonna have to move me. You think you can move me, boy? He's like, you want me to? I'm like, RK, I know you feeling your shit right now, but David will fucking kill you. So stand the fuck back and stay in your lane. And then him and Veronica go back and forth, and she's like, you hit me, and they start going back and forth, and she was like, there was two things that I told you. One was to never cheat on me, and the second was to never put your hands on me. Man, it just starts going back and forth, and then all of a sudden receipts started to come out too, because David was like, I never cheated on you, and she was like, yes you did, and you got that whore in my house. And she was saying, correction, it was your house. I bought that house for you after you burnt our other house down. And as far as the cheating shit, I never cheated on you. But then I began to lose respect for your ass when I looked into the damn paper and I see you getting freaky with Benjamin Young in my car. So it's like Veronica spun all of this shit, but yet still does not want to take responsibility, because we see in this scene Veronica is fucking insane. She is not in reality whatsoever. So they go back and forth, and she was saying, and he was like letting her know, you stay the hell away from my son. And she says, oh, I'm gonna come back for him harder now. Like I'm gonna make sure I make your life hell. And he's like, you already made my life hell, and I'm over it. So he said, you stay away from Jeffrey, you stay away from Erica, and stay the hell out of my life. I'm done with your ass. And then after he leaves and shit, this damn Veronica starts singing, you will regret this. You will regret this. You will regret this. I was just like, this bitch is crazy. And she's still singing it, and all of a sudden RK is standing behind her, and he's like, are you okay? And because it got to the point where when she was going back and forth with David, RK again tried to jump in, and then he was like, you better get the fuck out of my face. And then even Veronica said, I got this, stand back. I'm like, yeah, you better protect your boy, because David will kill his ass. She already knew RK can't handle no damn David. But then when he tries to check on her to see she's okay, she flips out and was like, get out, like, because her ass done got embarrassed. Yes. And then it got even crazier, because after RK leaves, she sits down and was like, Mama, he hit me. Mama, he really hit me. I'm like, damn, bitch. He hit your ass so damn hard it took you back to your childhood, bitch. I was like, wow. And then she ends up calling somebody. And I could tell from the damn voice it was Derek. And she tells Derek, get your ass over here and bring me some numbers. And he's letting her know, like, look, I'm not in the mood for your shit. I don't even do that no more and all this shit. She's like, look, you get your ass over here, and for some odd reason you think this is me asking you. I'm telling you, get your ass over here now with them numbers. So we see later on that Derek does show up. I'm just gonna tie it all together. Derek shows up, gives her the numbers, and it's like, even after David literally punched the shit out of you, you are still on your own. You're still on your same bullshit. You being bossy and you know, holding shit over people's heads. Because she tells Derek, I don't give a damn what you doing, and I don't give a damn where you are. When I call you, you come, or I can call your damn parole officer. And Derek ain't here for her threats no more, and he lets her know, like, look, this is the last time you won't fucking call me. You better not ever call me again. I'm over this shit. I've moved on. I've got a better life now. And when is enough for you? She says, it's enough when I say it is. So he says that, I'm going to let you know something. Call me again, and you going to find out why I did time for 15 years. You know, I was a totally different person 15 years ago. And if you keep playing these games, that person going to come back. Oh, so she's like, oh, you threatening me? And he was like, call me again with this bullshit? Yeah, I am threatening you. And he got up and he left. And I was like, see, Veronica's shit house, it's like Veronica's house of evil is starting to tumble down. You know, people that she got this, like, control over are now starting to rebel. The main one being David, because we can tell she's been controlling David for years, and now David has gotten to the point he done reached the breaking point, and there's no going back. Because if she was smart, she would have known that when David came in there and he was mad and irate, he wasn't the same David. But she kept playing those games, and now she got her ass beat, and now she want to play victim. Now, I don't condone domestic violence, and I don't condone, you know, violence, period. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Because if you keep on poking the bear, you can't get mad if the bear growls. And I'm going to leave it with that. So we had that going on. Then we see that finally David gets to Jeffrey's house, and David finally meets up with Jeffrey at the condo. And he sees that the condo is wrecked. And he was like, are you okay, son? He's like, yes, I just fucking left your mother. She is getting on my last damn nerve. And, you know, Jeffrey should have been completely open about what happened. But he just said that the apartment was ransacked. He didn't actually say who did it. But he lets him know Mom had nothing to do with this. You know, so he says, who did it? He said, Officer Justin. And David asks, is this before or after you had sex? And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, your mother told me. And he said after. And he's like, are you in love with him? And David says, I like him, but he needs help. You know, and he was saying that, you know, you need to, like, he says that, look, you went to school. You actually know psychology. And you know how your mother is. And you've seen how she's been over the years. You know. And he asks him, has he physically abused you? Has he verbally abused you? And, you know, Jeffrey admits that, yeah, he has. So he's like, and he's mistreating you. And he was like, yeah. So he says that, look, you know the signs. So you see how your mother is. What makes you think that Justin will change? Because obviously this is his MO, and we don't see it slowing down. But then again, it called out exactly what I said in my last review, that Jeffrey is liking this shit. Jeffrey is actually got some feelings for Justin. I won't say he's in love with him, but he's intrigued by it, because if you weren't, you would have been did something about it a long time ago. You could easily body Justin if you really wanted to, but you like keeping him around, and it's something, and obviously it's a lot of good sexual chemistry too, because even after he does the most ridiculous shit, you still end up tapping that ass. So it just goes to show that everything I said was that pretty much I pretty much also just put it out there that, yeah, Jeffrey's liking this shit. And then the next thing you know, we see that damn Justin shows up, and he was like, oh, I didn't know he was here. And like Jeffrey was like, I didn't know either. So you already seeing right here that Justin ain't going no fucking where. And the only way he gonna go somewhere is if you send him somewhere. Is if you take control. And as of right now, you just letting this motherfucker run rampant, doing whatever. But I like this scene because David gave Justin the motherfucking book of law. He let him know off the bat, boy, I don't care what this is, but your ass better get some damn help. You met his mother, right? Well, I'm 10 times worse. I got enough anger right now to throw your ass off of that fucking balcony. And he was like, and then, because, when he first comes in there, Justin being the dumbass child that he is, because I'm beginning to see that Justin has literally been trained to be this way ever since he was a kid. He obviously grew up a child of influence because his mother got money, and his uncle is the chief of police, so he's used to getting what he wants, and he's used to getting his way. And when he does it, he lashes out, just like he did on David's condo. So he comes in there apologizing. I can pay this back, Mr. Harrington. He says, pay this back? This damn couch costs $6,000. Can you afford that shit? That painting cost $50,000. Like, he put money into that place. And he was like, I don't know, but I'll try my best. But he let that damn, but he kind of told Jeffrey that, look, as much as I'm against this shit, there's nothing I can do about it because you are a grown man and you have to make your own decisions. So at the end of the day, you need to, he says, is this what you want? And he says, I don't know. So he tells Jeffrey, when you figure it out, let me know and we can go from there. Because I can't get in the middle of this shit if you're just openly accepting the shit. And it's true. I mean, if anything, we can definitely see that Jeffrey's a lot like his father. He will take a lot of shit until he lashes out. Because think of all the years he's taken Veronica's shit and then finally he decided to punch her ass out. The same thing with Justin. Same thing with Jeffrey. Jeffrey is going to continue to take more and more shit from Justin until he's had enough. So afterwards, David leaves and he pretty much tells Justin, like, look, go home. And he tells him that, look, I'm going to go, they have this psychiatry program down at the precinct. I'm going to go check it out. And he was like, yeah, good, you should do that. And he's like, well, after I'm done, will you move in with me? He was saying, let's just take one step at a time. But he told him, get the hell out of here. And then he's leaving and he was like, I love you. And Jeffrey was like, bye. I was like, and then all of a sudden he's like, say you love me back. And then Jeffrey was like, I love you. See, I'm like, this is the bullshit as to why I can't stand Jeffrey's ass. You keep on playing with this motherfucker, he gonna fuck you up. Keep it up, Jeffrey. Because right now he's enjoying this shit. And it's to the point that it's driving us crazy. Because we see that this dude is obviously crazy. He's not going to change. And he's hell bent on getting what he wants. Even if it means lie, steal, or kill. He gonna get you hell or high water. And Jeffrey just keeps playing with this shit. So I'm like, keep on fucking playing around and, Justin gonna do the unthinkable. Because we definitely see next week, he finds out where Wyatt is. And we're gonna find out what the hell's gonna happen to that. Maybe that is what's gonna cause him to break. Because at the end of the day, we all know that Jeffrey is in love with Wyatt. So even though he's intrigued with Justin, he's not in love with Justin. And Justin sees Wyatt as a threat because he knows that he loves him. So this shit's gonna be interesting to see how it's gonna play out. But Jeffrey, I'm through with your dumb ass. Like, until you actually man the fuck up and handle this situation, Justin is still gonna keep doing what he's doing. And I kind of agree with David that at the end of the day, what your relationship is your relationship. But at the end of the day, call me when you need me. But yeah, you're not gonna put me in the middle of this shit because yeah, I want to get rid of this motherfucker. But obviously, you're liking this shit. So once you figure out what you want, hit me up. So, I was definitely team him for that. Then we go down to the damn precinct. We see that Uncle Vince, is literally giving a police report and he's describing Benny Young. And then we see George and Sarah are there. They are literally, George is closing in on his case to take down the criers. And he talks about, Wyatt is really, he's a junkie, so he's not a real credible witness and everything. But, I got everything lined up to the point where, yeah, I'm about to take down these criers down. And we see that Sarah's kind of like looking all funny because we remember from the last time we saw Sarah, Jim had told her he wanted her to break into the evidence room to get the bullets, from the gun. No bullets, no case. So while they're out talking or whatever, they actually go to one of the computers and see this footage of what happened at the Iron Bone, and we see that both Wyatt and Jim are leaving. According to the surveillance from the outside, they see that that Wyatt and Jim are leaving, and they're like, "What the hell are they doing there?" But then they also see Benny leaving, and George knows exactly who he is. He's like, "Oh, that's Benjamin Young." Like, what the hell is he doing there? Because it's like, okay, that's two different fucking worlds. What the hell's going on here? But it's like they completely bypassed Wyatt and Jim being there. That, yeah, they're possible suspects as well. But, George makes a call for them to go in and arrest Benny. And I'm like, see, Benny with his stupid, simple ass always getting caught up in somebody's bullshit. That's just Benny's MO. So we see after that, we see that Sarah takes her ass down to the evidence room. The guy there, the guy that's working the desk, we can definitely tell that he's kind of like intrigued by her and shit. But she says she has to go, she's working on a case, this case called, was named Marshall, and she wanted to go to check and make sure they had everything. She goes back there, she steals the bullets and gets back out, and then she lets Jim know that it's done, and she lets him know, I'm gonna get rid of it. He was like, oh no, you think I'm gonna trust you to get rid of that? I want you to bring it to me in person. And she's saying that, look, I did what you asked me to do. He's like, yeah, but now I need you to bring the evidence to me. But after you do this, we're done. After this, we're done. Everything will be done. So I'll text you the address, and you can bring that evidence to me. So I was like, oh hell. So then we get the scene with Hannah. Hannah calls Catherine, to see that she reach out to Marty. She says, yes, you can just give him a call or whatever, she pretty much says that, I'll give him a call because, she wasn't going to work because she was just like, I need to get to the bottom of this, because it's just like, she know that damn Benny ain't too bright. So she's like, okay, I got to step in and help this boy. So she actually tells Catherine, okay, I'll talk to Marty and hopefully I can afford it. And then Catherine was like, you can afford it, Hannah. You definitely can afford it. And she gets off the phone and she pulls out the laptop and was like, what do you mean I can afford it? All I got is $32 in my account. And then all of a sudden she opens the shit and it sees damn near almost close to $9 million. So she immediately calls Catherine back, like, Catherine, this is very generous of you, but no, I can't accept this. I can't accept all this money. Are you crazy? So we see right here that Benny and Hannah have a joint account. Benny, my dude, you a grown ass fucking man and you don't even have your own damn checking account? I've had a checking account ever since I was 13, and I've always had my own money. Like, I can understand if you were a teenager and you had a joint account with your parents. You are a grown fucking man and you have a joint account with your mother. Like, this says a lot about you, Benny, that one, you can't handle your own shit, and second, you were too dependent on your mom. And that shit is crazy. So they had a damn joint account, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be some shit. So we end up seeing later on, Benny finally comes home or whatever. Well, actually, I think he already was home, but he comes downstairs, and of course Hannah, so later on we see that she left a message on Catherine's phone, but Catherine ends up calling her back, and this time finally Benny's there, and Hannah lets it be known that, look, this is really generous of you, but I can't accept this. You put damn near over $8 million in my account. Catherine lets her know, I didn't put that there. And she's like, well, if you didn't, who did? And she was like, look, I got an idea. But we already know Catherine knows what really happened because Jim got to the bottom of it. So if anything, she was like, I have no idea, but I have she's like, I don't know, but I have an idea of who could have, and I'll get back to you. So all of a sudden, you know, we see Hannah's panicking or whatever, and she's like, oh my God, where the hell did this money come from or whatever? And we see Benny is kind of like, this must be some type of mistake or something like that. And Benny's like, it's not a mistake. It's not a mistake at all. And she's like, what the hell are you talking about? Where did this money come from? Who put it in there? And then the next thing you know, he ends up calling Candace and lets Candace know that, yeah, the money's here, but also that, you know, it's a joint account with Mom. So immediately he's like, you mean to tell me you have a joint account with Hannah? Why didn't you tell me that? He said you didn't ask. But as soon as fucking Hannah finds out Candace is involved, she flips the fuck out like, what the hell? Are you serious? You still involved with this damn girl? You still taking her bait and falling for her bullshit? And Hannah just loses it. And Benny's like, you know, you need to, Mommy's gonna call the police. And immediately Hannah was like, and immediately Candace was like, okay, I'll be over there and I explain everything. You know, don't worry, it's legit. And he's like, it's never legit with you, Candace. What the fuck you mean? I'm like, okay, Benny, you do got a point. You know, you know that your damn sister's always on some shit. But then again, you be full of shit too, Benny. So there's no excuse. You know, especially on your end, because you always in some bullshit. At least Candace has at least got some smarts with her, but then Candace be smelling her own puss, and that's what fucks her up. So she actually decides to come over, and they're gonna discuss this. But then that damn Hannah was going off. She was like, oh, so this is what this is? You know, you up here doing the same kind of shit as your sister? You actually out here, you know, pulling scams and stuff. And he's saying that, but he's like, but Mom, she says it's legit. He's like, nothing ain't never legit with that girl. She's always stealing, and she's always trying to screw somebody over. And you ain't gonna be satisfied until the unthinkable happens. So we see that going on there. So then we also see that Jeffrey goes to visit Wyatt. He lets him know that, you know, I'm just here to check up on you. I know you were saying you were trying to kill yourself. He's like, I was just joking. But we still see that Wyatt's paranoid, and he's still kind of going through withdrawal because he ain't had no hit with his junkie ass. And then he also lets him know that his mother's coming. He's like, no, she's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. I'm like, nigga, didn't you a while ago threatened her and saying that, you know, if I can't take you down, then I'm gonna kill you bastards? And now you saying that, oh, she's gonna kill me, she's gonna kill me. And she's like, no, she's not gonna kill you. She loves you, and she's on her way down here to see you. So, you know, we see that was like a quick scene between the two of them. But, you know, we see that damn Wyatt's done. Like, at the end of the day, you know, Jeffrey is trying to do all he can to save Wyatt, but you can't. But at the end of the day, you know, you can only save somebody that wants to be saved. Wyatt does not want to be saved. Wyatt is dead set on being the junky ass mess that he's always been. So, but we actually see next week that motherfucking Justin's old, you know, Glenn Close having ass actually shows up to see Wyatt, and we're gonna see how that's gonna go down. Alright. Next, I'm going to talk about that damn Landon and Charles. You know, Charles is going over, like, his speech or whatever. We see that Landon is there along with one of his advisors. And, you know, we see that Landon, you know, then fixes Charles's tie. And he's like, yeah, you're a lady killer. And he was like, yeah, so are you. Like, and I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, are you still playing that you don't know that Landon's gay? But then in this scene, we get the real deal, because after Landon steps out, the advisor steps up to him and begins to kind of, give him the real deal. He's like, yo, this cat Landon, you need to be careful of him. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, Landon's been really good to me, and he's been on his job. What do you mean? He's like, look, people around here talking, and maybe you not seeing it, but I'm letting you know you need to be careful and not to trust him. So he's like, what are you talking about? And he was like, look, dude, maybe this is you not seeing it, but you need to know the truth. Landon's gay, and it's obvious he's smitten with you, because no one can get to you unless they have to go through Landon. Landon has set it up where Ease could become completely territorial about who gets access to you. He's literally put himself in a very controlling position, and people, all of us in the staff, everybody's wondering what's going on, because he's sleeping in the same room with you. He's trying to be he's literally following you everywhere you go. Like, he got everybody up in here talking and everything. But then Charles was like, man, if only I would have known. I feel bad because I've been talking about women around him and the whole damn time he was gay. So it's like, he is somewhat sympathetic to gay people, which I thought was interesting. But then again, Charles is not getting the fact that, this has now taken a life on its own, and now everybody's talking about it, thinking that him and Landon are fucking around. And he's like, it's nothing like that going on, and I'm not gonna even waste my energy on people's, assumptions and all this bullshit. But old boy's letting them know that, look, this can be dangerous. This is your campaign. This is everything you've been trying to build. And this dude is smitten with you, so you need to be fucking careful, and you need to keep your eyes open. So he kind of, was kind of like that little birdie whispering into Charles's ear. But then we definitely see that when Landon comes back and lets him know the car is ready, there was a different change in how he interacted with Landon. And I peeped that. I was like, oh, we gonna see what the fuck's gonna happen here. Because we definitely know that every damn time he mentions Candace, that damn Landon starts getting all twisted and starts getting all stank every time Candace is mentioned. So, yeah, this bitch will do some grimy shit to get what she wants, because she, at the end of the day, she wants Charles. She wants Charles for herself, and due to the fact that Charles is straight, is not gonna stop him. He's gonna turn into this more sinister way of doing shit. But I was like, the advisor was trying to let his ass know. He was advising you, Charles, because you need to be advised, because you had no idea that the boy was gay. We all knew, and I was even thinking you knew, but you was playing it. But really, you had no fucking idea. It's like the shit went over your damn head. So imagine what else could go over your head when it comes to Landon. So yeah, that's going to be some shit. So we're going to see how that's going to play out. Then we also get a scene where Erica calls Rocky's ass in the hospital, because we saw in the last episode, Candace fucked Rocky up with that damn golf club. And he lets her know that he's in the hospital, that yeah, Candace fucked him up and everything. And we see that damn Erica, before she gets on the phone with Rocky, she has a pregnancy test, and I'm like, oh, this bitch is planning on trapping David, getting David to knock her up. And she lets him know that, look, I'm ovulating, so I got a plan. And Rocky was letting her know that, look, you need, like, Candace just put me in the hospital, you're not safe, and you really need to get out while you can. But she's like, oh no, I got a plan. But he says, but what I want you to do, Rocky, is that, I need you to apologize to Candace and make things right with her. I need to keep, you're like the only person that can get close to her from where I am. So I need you to kind of fill me in on what Candace is doing. And I'm like, Erica, you're about to die. Because you already tried to screw her over with this whole situation with War. And as a matter of fact, if it wasn't for you sending him over to that damn motel, little Quincy would still be alive. So you're partly responsible as to why little Quincy's dead. Actually, you're one of the main reasons why he's dead. And now you're trying to work out another scheme involving Candace, and you think Candace ain't gonna figure that shit out? If she figured out you being involved with fucking War, what makes you think she ain't gonna figure out what you're trying to do now? But Erica's a fucking idiot, so we're gonna see how far she's gonna go with this. So now she's trying to knock up David, and that's her way of keeping control over David. Like, she's trying to, because she has told Rocky that, yeah, you already know how we do. We only get millions. We only take millions. That's what we do. So, obviously this is her mark, and she's gonna play it. But at the end of the day, she's planning on coming out big in the situation. One, she's gonna be knocked up with his baby, but then she also gonna try to find a way to take his money too. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. So yeah, we're starting to see Erica for what it really is, and we know that this damn hoe is not gonna stop until is not gonna stop, and she at this point is feeling herself. But yeah, shit's about to get crazy. So then we also get a scene with David, after leaving Jeffrey, goes to see Jim at Catherine's house. And he pretty much admits, man, Veronica has drove me crazy. She made me come up out of myself. And Jim was like, what the hell was going on here? And he's like, man, I had to pimp slap that bitch. And that damn Jim just started laughing. And I was just like so here for it. And like, pretty much he was saying that, so pretty much he was like, oh, really? So you feel bad that you pimp slapped the bitch that has been giving you nothing but hell in the first place? Like, you mean to tell me you feel sorry that you finally snapped and beat her ass after everything she's put you through, after all she's done? And then he was like, well, how hard you hit her? He was like, she flew across the room. And he was like, wow, I didn't know the bitch had wings. I'm like, Jim, you need to shut up. That had me rolling. I'm like, he's saying that shit. You should have let me kill her when I had the chance. And he's like, Jim, he's like, I'm saying, back then, I'm not saying I'm going to kill her now, but I said then, you should have let me kill her when I had the chance, and you wouldn't be going through this shit right now. So I'm like, and I'm like, it goes to the damn abuse shit. The same thing going on with Jeffrey and Justin. You knew it was a fucking problem that needed to be uprooted, but you kept it there, and the problem just manifests. And we're seeing like father, like son in that situation. So therefore, he pretty much says that she's gonna so Jim lets him know that, look, you already know how Veronica is. She's gonna retaliate, right? And he was like, yeah, I know. And he was saying that, but I already told her to leave Jeffrey alone and to leave Erica alone. So immediately he was like, oh, so I take it you really like this girl, huh? He's like, yeah. He's like, yes. And like Jim, and then David was like, yes, I do like her. And then Jim was like, you, my friend, are smitten. Here goes the damn title again. So yeah, we got, and then like he pretty much said, so what do you know about her? He was like, I'm not trying to marry her or nothing like that. He's like, I ain't asked all that. I want to know, what do you know about her? And David says, well, Oscar did a background check on her. She's good. And he was like, I don't know about that, because he already seen that, Oscar obviously ain't delivering on shit, because he done lost that damn Wyatt's inheritance and shit, and he let himself get blackmailed by Candace. So he's like, man, I ain't even gonna give no energy to that. But because he was like, you really think that this shit is accurate, But then all of a sudden we see he was going to actually talk about this whole situation involving, Oscar and all this shit. Finally, Sheriff shows up to the house, and he was like, I just got my get out of jail free cards. Let yourself out in the back, and we'll hook up later. So David leaves. Sarah comes, gives him the bullets, and she was like, okay, we're done. And he was like, oh no, we're not done. He's like, you said we were done. And he's like, yeah, but we're not done. I need to take you upstairs to show you something. And she was like, are you serious? In your wife's house? Are you that fucking insane? He was like, yeah, come on, let's go. She was like, no. You said we were done. We're done. Lose my fucking number. Don't fucking call me no more. I'm done with this shit. You got what you want. Now, I'm over it. And she actually left. I was like, okay. And then Jim kind of laughed, and I'm thinking, what the fuck you gonna do, Jim? Because we already know Jim is always on some bullshit. So, we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen with Sarah and all that from that point forward. So then, we go back to the to Hannah's, and we finally see that Candace shows up, and, you know, they pretty much, you know, have a conversation or whatever. And he's like, where the hell you get the money from, Candace? Where'd you get the money from? He says that she's like, look, I blackmailed this guy, but the money's legit and all of that. And then Hannah's chiming in, and she was like, yeah, just like you did the same thing with Jim Cryer and also with that guy running for president. And she's like, I'm talking to Benny. But she says that, look, this is what I need. But she says that, look, I need for you to open up another account to put the money in, but I'm giving you $1 million. You can use it for whatever you need, and also you can also use it for that thing on the couch. I was like, Candace, that's your mother. You wrong as fuck. But I'm like, shit was funny. He's like, watch your mouth, Candace. I'm like, And then she was saying that. And then, like, again, Hannah kept chiming in. She's like, why are you here? She's like, girl, you in my house. And she says, is it really your house, though, bitch? I'm like, can't this be going in like, bitch, get the hell out of here. And then all of a sudden, and she was saying that, look, this can be a fresh start for you, Benny. You know, this is me paying you back for everything that happened with the tow yard, the house, all of that. I'm trying to make things right. And she was saying that, how the hell you gonna make something right when you keep doing wrong, Candace? And she was saying that, why are you so damn self-righteous, Hannah? Why is it that every time you turn around, you trying to sing a Negro spiritual? I was like, Candace! Shit is crazy as hell with her ass. But then, the nail on the head pretty much says that, you know, well, I will sign up on this, but it ain't just up to me. Me and Mom got a joint account, so Mom got to sign off on it too. And Hannah let it be known, I ain't signing a damn thing. You know, you keep scheming, you keep plotting, you know. And then she pulls out a picture of little Quincy, says, see, the shit you doing now is exactly why this baby's dead. You know, this is the same crap that this baby got killed over, and yet both of y'all are still on this thing. You can't get something for nothing. You can't screw people over and think that you're going to get away with it. And she's like, shoot, I might even call the feds and let them know about this. And the next thing you know, we see there's a knock on the door. The police come in and they arrest Benny, you know, with that whole situation that went down with the Malone. So I'm like, ooh, this is going to be some shit. So that's where the episode ended. And we see that, yeah, Hannah is adamant. She ain't signing off on Candace getting that money. And we're going to see where the hell this is going to take Candace. So, that's what I have, y'all. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'd love to talk to you about it. But, subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you can get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, follow me on all of my social platforms. I have them all listed in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And I'll be back with the next episode of The Haves and the Have-Nots. I want to wish everybody a happy 4th. You know, enjoy yourselves and be safe. So until next time, everybody, take care.